The focus is on the Congress party, and we have Congress strategist Naresh Arora joining us live. Mr. Arora, congratulations. You have been working very closely with DK Shiv Kumar for over 2 years. What do you think worked for the party, and particularly when it looks like, anti-incumbency vote, or is it also pro-Congress vote?
Thank you, Maria. Thank you for your wishes and greetings. Yes, I think that it is a combination of both. But the biggest factor, according to me, has been the consistency and the sustenance of the Congress party in last 2 years. Because generally, if you see in different elections, the Congress party just comes to get the things going in the last 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, max 6 months. But here it has been a consistent effort of 2 years. And Mr. Shiv Kumar has been on the ball from day one. Since the day he came out of the jail and he was made the PCC president, and since the time we joined in, he has not seen him resting for a day. And of course, when he's not resting, he's not allowed anyone else to rest also.
So he has not let anybody rest. But then again, is it that the Congress this time around had an answer to the questions that you were raising against the BJP? That in the sense that it was a positive campaign, and the push and pull that has been there of DK Shiv Kumar and Siddaramaiah, that visibly was ironed out during the campaign, and perhaps now that we are seeing post the results, it will be settled later. Was that an understanding between the two leaders?
Of course, both of them are seasoned politicians and have seen many elections, and they were of the clear view that they have to see that the party doesn't suffer because of any internal competition or whatever we can say, that they have to bring to the fore a united face, united leadership, and the message has to be clear to their own workers and cadres, and of course the public. And for that, they made some conscious decisions. You would have seen them on camera, you could have seen them on social media, and in ticket selection, which is always a contentious thing in Congress party. And both were of the view that the winners need to be given tickets. And from there, it started off, and you can see the results today.
And how much of that promise that was made by the Congress, the 5 promises that made to various, each and every home, I would say, in which people would come and flash that ye Congress ne promise kiya, how much of that worked?
First of all, the word was guarantee. And the word guarantee was chosen very consciously. People, and Mr. Shiv Kumar was of the clear view that the people need to believe in us also, that whatever we are saying, we are going to be delivering it to them. And if you would have seen one video of Mr. Shiv Kumar and Mr. Siddaramaiah, in which both of them in one voice said that in the first cabinet meeting, they are going to get those guarantees implemented. They have calculated, we sat for hours. And it was not that these guarantees came up just out of thin air in last 2 or 3 months. They have been worked on since last 1.5 years. What all are the issues which matter to the people? What are the issues which we can address? Because making frivolous promises is never going to catch any kind of attention, as you have seen in many other elections. For example, we have a recent example of Gujarat, in which a same party who had ridden the wave of guarantees in another state was not able to make that much of impact, because people need to believe in you and you need to give them a way forward. So those guarantees are very close to the party's heart, the party president's heart, and of course they are committed to deliver them as and when they are sworn to power.
And you made that comparison that these were the same set of guarantees only also in the state of Gujarat, but it did not work, but it worked in the state of Karnataka, and now we are looking at a number of 135 plus. Was this a number that you all were expecting?
Our internal number was 141, Maria, and Mr. Shiv Kumar has many times said it on camera as well. So I think that there are some misses which close seats we are trailing or we have lost. But still, it is a satisfying victory, because it is not an easy battle, that to contest against BJP's election machinery and with the other things which come along with it. And then, of course, you have to mobilize the Congress party cadres, the Congress party leaders need to be kept together. There are many challenges. And guarantees which I was talking about were not about the Congress party's guarantees in Gujarat. Another party, Aam Aadmi Party, which gave the guarantees in Punjab, gave similar kind of guarantees in Gujarat, which didn't work. So my point in case here is that guarantees also need to have credibility. It needs to be coming from the people who people can believe in, that this could be delivered, this can be worked on. And then you lay out the path also, the roadmap also. So I think Mr. Shivkumar was conscious of that effort, and in our internal meetings, in the meetings which were held with the stakeholders, it was worked upon, and then these guarantees were arrived at. And I'm pretty sure that they are committed to it, and they will be wanting to get them delivered as soon as they can.
Was there an effort to say that DK Shivkumar and Siddaramaiah do not have issues and it is about ensuring that the party wins and only post-election will the chief ministers, who will be the chief minister, that question will be answered?
In any case, this is not a chief ministerial election direct. It is an election which elects MLAs, and then MLAs elect or select or nominate or whatever the process the party goes through for the chief minister. But as I said earlier, both of them were very conscious of this fact that they need to get the candidates winning. If the candidates don't win, then there is no position of chief minister to discuss about also. So now the candidates have won. Congress has the majority. Now I'm sure both of them will sit together with the senior leadership, whosoever are the decision makers, and they will make a decision which is in the good interest of the state.
So you are, what made Mr. DK Shivkumar get emotional after the results?
Maria, we all are very emotional because it has not been an easy battle. Mr. Shivkumar was in jail. Mr. Shivkumar was facing cases, and those cases, if you remember, in one of your own shows, when you were speaking to him, that was the first time in publicly he admitted or I would say acknowledged that he was offered deputy chief ministership, and he chose not to become deputy chief ministership. And then, of course, the consequence was that he was raided and the cases were put against him. So it is an emotional moment for him. I myself was raided. I mean, a political consultancy being raided is a first. There's not a single political consultancy in the country who has been raided. I was raided for 3 days. So it was a turbulent ride. And we all are emotional today. He is more emotional than most of us that it has reached a logical conclusion, and we hope that it continues to stay that way.
And the Vocaliga constituency, which seemed to have shifted from the JDS, the traditional JDS, to now to the Congress, do you think that credit goes to Mr. DK Shivkumar?
It is a pretty obvious thing that the Congress party was projecting two leaders along with some other leaders. The by protocol CLP and the PCC come from their respective caste, and Mr. Shivkumar represents the caste which you are talking about. And if the vote is being shifted, he has worked very hard in those areas, and the results are there. And definitely, I think that because if you there was a tweet I made on the day of his nomination in Kanakpura that Mr. DK Shivkumar is going to be winning by the highest margin in the state. I'm just being told that the margin of victory is 1,22,000.
Just hold on to your thoughts.